what's the biggest mistake you've ever made in RuneScape 3? I know I've made a ton, and I've been playing this game for a freaking long time. So when I say a ton, I don't just mean like 3 or 4, I mean like a lot. So I asked the question to my community about what is the biggest mistakes that you made in RuneScape 3. We put this out on a post on YouTube and I got your answers in the comments. We're going to go through this just like we do with all the other ones, read through your comments, give some thoughts on it. I am assuming there's going to be some funny stuff in here, there's going to be some very sad stuff in here, and we will just have to find out. I've not read through these yet, so we are going to be reading these together for the first time, and it should be interesting. Quick heads up, you could minimize this if you want and just listen to it in the background while you do some skilling or something, or, you know, some PVM. But for those of you that do want to watch, there will be some pretty subpar PVM in the background to keep your eyes interested. Anyway, let's jump into this video and let's see what you guys have done as mistakes in the past. And then towards the end, I'll share one of mine. Anyway, let's get going, shall we? So we're going to start this one off strong, of course, by I am Sam I am. That was so hard for me to say. This is actually like take 4. But biggest mistake I ever made was coming back to the game after a long break. Oh no, Sam, you've got 26 upvotes. This is not good. This is probably like slightly a joke, slightly true. I mean, we can all relate to this, right? Everyone's probably taken a big break. At least most people who've played for a long time have probably taken a big break and then come back. And, I mean, I can relate to this. I've taken big breaks, but I wouldn't say it's a mistake for me, especially at the moment, obviously. I am enjoying it very much and just making my content away here on it as well. But I can definitely see why you would have said this. But lighthearted jokes aside, for frick's sake, dude. How's this got 26 upvotes? More than anything else. For God's sake. Anyway, let's look at another one. I am Sam I am. I can get your name down now. Thank you for sharing that, dude. The second comment says, biggest regret is dying and losing all my gear, including my Hazelmare's signet ring, and not paying death. And then trying to loot your grave at Living Wyverns. Oh no. Only to die again. Oh no. Lost it all. Just pay death every time, a few mil, much less than 3 bill. I didn't even have a ring of death at the time. Painful lesson. Oh no, literally just, oh no. How, what? No, that is not good. Wait, if it was a 3 bill loss, your death cost wouldn't have been that high. I mean, you did say a few mil. Oh, frick, that is so sad. Right, we've got to read comments for this one because the next one says, from Blue Pea Hat, that timer is harsh. I never race it. It's true. Don't do it. Like, just pay for it. Even if you've got an 11 mil death cost, which I have quite often, just don't pay the freaking thing. It's not worth it. And then Lucy says, I'd quit. Yeah, not gonna lie, that's devastating. I'm sure a lot of people would too. Frick. Damn. I mean, I hope you're still playing, and I hope that you got your stuff back, but that's so unfortunate. This comment comes from Curtis, and he says, biggest mistake ever was that I accidentally high out to Bandos Godsword when they were around 25 mil, only to end up with 750k. Damn. I assume you probably just misclicked it if you're like high alkin, I don't know, what was it that you used to do? Magic longbows untied or something like that, or untied, unstrung? That's going to get pulled by someone. Anyway, I assume that was definitely a misclick, because I assume you wouldn't have thought, you know what, I wonder how much I'll get from a Bandos Godsword. I won't check on the wiki or anything, I'll just give it a shot. I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt and say you probably just misclicked it, which is just sad because, like, damn, I remember that. And actually, the mistake I was going to tell you guys about mine is at the end, and that's going to be about Bandos Godsword as well, about when they're about the same amount of price as this. So I'm glad this one was in here. Not because I'm glad that you high out your thing, but I'm just glad that I can make that tie-in, and I'm not alone. Okay, I'm not alone. Okay, next comment says, I got lured for my 3 Santa hats when I was like 15. Oof, damn. And just now bought gift wrap size for 300 mil each, and now they're like 30 mil. My investment returns ain't so good. I'm glad you're laughing about this because holy crap, that is not good. You must be absolutely kicking yourself. The thing is, you didn't say how many gift wrap scythes you bought. You said, I just now bought gift wrap scythes, plural, for 300 mil each, and now they're like 30 mil, right? If you're not saying, I'm going to just go out and assume you've bought like 10. I'm not gonna lie, I'm just gonna assume you bought a lot, thinking they're gonna go up, they're gonna skyrocket, and then Jagex dropped that whole treasure hunter thing right on your head. Now, that's so unfortunate, dude. That's so unfortunate. It really is. I hope that you can make some return eventually on stuff. Not gonna lie, I wouldn't sell those scythes. They've gone down again, I think, but I just wouldn't sell them because you never know, they might go up in a year. If you want to hang on to them for a year, maybe. But if you were still playing when you were 15, then you probably will. Lured for 3 Santas when you were 15. That would hurt more now, right? I think. I'm pretty sure they're worth more, like a lot more now than they would have been then. But either way, they were like 100, 200 mil back then. And that was freaking tons. Damn. But I mean, if you ever need any flipping advice, don't ask me. So anyway, let's go on to the next comment. Our next comment says, spending billions helping or training noobs level up to max and getting them into PVM when they inevitably walk away. That's just not fun, is it? Like, I guess that's true. Like, if you're giving them money and stuff and you're teaching them how to, like, do all these things, they're going to stay around while you're doing that. But once they don't need you, they're like, just like, I don't know. That's the way RuneScape works, right? Even if you've got friends that you've played with for ages, you talk to them when they log in sometimes, but eventually that name just never logs in anymore. And while they might be playing, they could have moved, they could have done anything, their time zone could have changed, or they could just be ignoring the hell out of you because they don't want you to ask them to go to Raksha for the 70th time today, just today, not a week, just. But no, I completely see what you mean. Like, it would have been fun though. I can assume that the traveling there would have been fun. So we have a reply to this that says, help me. I'll never leave you. I'll even pay you a monthly subscription of 10 mil. That face at the end kind of tells me they will leave you straight away. Also, if you're giving them a subscription of 10 mil a month, but he's spending billions helping you, that sounds like a pretty damn good deal. Just so you know, dude, I have a new alt account right now, and it absolutely needs help leveling up and stuff and getting into PVM. So I just send me a... Send me a DM, man. We got this. It's all good. But in all honesty, it's actually really nice of you to be doing that. And I'm sure the people still, even like, if they haven't started, like, kept talking to you, I'm sure they still appreciated it at the time. And probably still did for a while after, at the same time, assuming they didn't quit the game, they probably still do as well. You may bump into someone at some point. You never know. RuneScape is a lot of a smaller place than you may think. So how are you guys finding the background PVM? Is it up to par, or is it subpar, or are you kind of just like not really paying attention? By the way, this is the time to leave a like. That's why this bit's here. So if you haven't liked the video, leave a like. If you're new and you're enjoying so far, you got this far, subscribe, because you know what, this is obviously the good time to do it. And also my son's in the background shouting for you to subscribe to. I don't know if you just heard him, but get down there and do it. Anyway, back to the next comment. The next comment says, my biggest mistake was having the arrogance of trying to outsmart a scammer. This is one that, in all honesty, is a really good lesson. You should take a lesson from this. Don't do it. Just don't do it. The scammers are getting smarter, and all of the scammers seem stupid as hell. Like, they really do. You'll get those people that message you and they're like, oh dude, I'm quitting. I've been like playing RuneScape for ages. I've got 800 mil, but I'm quitting. And they'll talk to you in this like weird language that just kind of doesn't make sense. And you reading it and you're like, dude, you must have the IQ of like, I don't know, a sponge or something. And you're just there like, why are you typing like this? And you have to try your absolute best to understand what they're even saying. But all you see is 800 mil, GE, giveaway, quitting. And that's it. And that's all you need to know to just go, boom, this guy's a scammer. And everyone thinks the exact same. They all go, up, scammer. But some people will go, you know what? I'm going to go see what they're doing. I'm going to see if I can outsmart them, because I know what the trick is. I know the trick is to get me to go over the wilderness ledge with one item or whatever, as many items as they can convince me to bring, and then just telegrab a pile of like cash or whatever. And I'll know that that'll pull me out or something, and it's fine. And yes, they will do that. They will try to get you to do that, but they're actually pretty smart. They will. That's not the lure. That's not the scam. They will make you think that that is the lure. That is the scam. They will be like, yep, set this up perfectly, and we'll get the people who think they're going to get scammed. Like, everyone knows what scams are these days. No one's falling for actual lures. The people they scam is the people that think that they can anti-lure or anti-scam people, or they know how it works, right? The people who are like, yeah, I know exactly how this works. I'm going to do this. I'm going to take their money. Then you trade them. They've done a stall animation. Next thing you know, you're just running. You just run into the edge of the earth, man. Like, and you're gone. You're dead. You've lost your stuff. So just be careful. This isn't the only way it works as well, by the way. Don't take what I've just said as the absolute way for it to work, because if anyone's watching this, then they could be like, yeah, okay, he's just told all his viewers that that's how it works. So let's rework that a little bit now and do it the complete opposite way. Don't listen to anything I just said, basically. Just don't listen to the scammers either, and don't try and bother, because yeah, it's pretty much the best, safest way around it. Yeah, take this guy's advice. It's just don't try. Just keep your money safe. So a lot of these are like exactly this one that you can see here. They are about like rares and stuff, but I found this one a little bit funny but painful at the same time. Like we are gonna laugh at your pain. TP, your icon's like broken, it's not working for some reason. Neither is anyone below you in this list, but we are about to laugh at your pain, and I'm sorry. I used to collect black Santa hats, had easily over 20 of them, sold them to get money for summoning training years ago. Whoops. It's that whoops at the end. You're just like, whoops, messed that one up. Like, that's not good. That is so unfortunate. 20? You would have been like, you wouldn't have known what to do with the money now. Like, you would have no idea. You'd just be like, right, well, I could probably max like too many accounts that I could even care about. Oh, man, that is so unfortunate. How much were they when you had 20? If you're watching right now, let me know how much they used to be when you had like 20, because I have no idea. I think I took a long break when they came out because I was surprised they were in the game. So let me know. Interested in knowing about that one. But TP, I'm sorry, but thank you for sharing, because we probably got some laughs out of it, and I appreciate it. Okay, so last comment that we're going to be using before we move on to the mistake that I made, which is just, you guys are just going to roll your eyes at it and probably have called it. But anyway, this comment says, I feel like I'm currently making a mistake somewhere. My DPS is absolutely trash and nearly max combat, meaning I'm stuck at bosses and can't make tons of money solo to get better gear to improve at bosses. Also, I have all tier 90 armor or weapons, so I don't even have trash gear. No, you don't have trash gear. Tier 90 armor and weapons is fine. You can do almost every boss. I would probably even say you can do every boss with all weapons and armor. Now, I'm going to take a stab in the dark and say, you probably haven't played PVM, not the game, PVM endgame content for that long. Now, when I say that long, I don't mean like a month or two. I mean a while, like months and months. It takes a lot of practice, and for some people it'll take more. I will tell you now, it took me easily about a year and a half to get decent at PVM. And when I say decent, I mean like what I'm doing now. Like, I have a lot to improve on still, and there's a long way to go with it. There just always is, and there's always someone who'll be better than you, trust me. What I would suggest you do, you've already got some awesome comments in this thread, by the way, that are giving you good advice, and they will definitely help. But for your mental health thing, rather than just like how to specifically improve now, like to keep you from being stressed and fed up and like really hating it when you can't do these bosses, start from like Vindicta and God Wars 2. Just go back. I know it might sound silly. You're thinking like, but I've got this gear and I can do places like Raksha and I can do places like Karapak hard mode and stuff with the gear that I've got, but I just can't cope with it. Don't feel bad about it. Just go back to Vindicta. Start improving there. If you see that your kill time there is like 2 minutes, for example, that might be nowhere near. You may be way ahead of that. You may be way behind that. What you should do is just get little improvements on that. You will see them. You will see them until you get to a point where it's just not going to improve much more of that better gear. Like, you will see 3-second improvements, 1-second improvements, 20-second improvements, and you'll start picking stuff up. Your DPS rotation will improve. All this other stuff will improve. There's a lot more to it as well. People have commented below, like I say, looking into places like PVME and stuff, finding out better like ability setups and all that sort of stuff, working on action bars and getting upgrades. The right upgrades are all important, they really are, but practice is like a huge part of it. So if you start somewhere like Vindicta, move your way up, go to Hellweir, go to Araxor, go to the Kalphite King in a duo, like all this sort of places. Go there, work your way up again, and just don't skip these middle bosses. You may have gone from God Wars 1 to God Wars 2, done a few kills at Vindicta, and you may be trying to now do Raksha or Karapak hard mode or something along those lines, and that's a big jump. There is so many bosses in between there that we all did. When I say we, I mean people that are you're probably looking at going, how can they do the same DPS all this in crazy DPS in the same gear that I've got, but I can't do that. People spend a lot of time doing it. They'll have thousands of kills at Next. They'll have thousands of kills at all the God Wars 2 bosses. They'll have thousands of kills at Araxor. Like, if you're not in that position, if you've not got all these kill counts, trust me, they have that, and there's a reason that they can do all this stuff. I know this has been a long one, but this is kind of an important one as well, so I hope it did help, and it has been a bit more serious, but I'm going to move off this now, and we're going to have a little bit of a laugh at my pain. Let's move on to my pain. But yeah, I hope this helped. Let me know in the comments, ask questions, other people will help you out, but good luck, you'll be fine. Right, so for anyone who isn't going to listen to my rant now, which I say rant, I'll try and keep it short. Thank you for watching, appreciate it, leave a like, subscribe, all that sort of stuff. But my biggest mistake. What was my biggest mistake? This may not be the biggest, but it's the first one that comes to mind, and you'll get a laugh out of it probably. Right, so back when I was about 15, probably 16, maybe I was a little bit stupider than most people, and I got a little bit further in age and still was a bit stupid and gullible. Maybe. We'll see. Probably about then, I'd say. Anyway, when I was about 15 or 16, let's say 14 just to keep it good for me, someone came to me when I first finally got like a Bandos God Sword. So just like the other comment, that's where the Bandos God Swords come into it. I just got one. They were stupidly expensive, like 20 mil or something crazy like that. And I had spent ages getting it and it was ridiculous. I'd finally got it. I was so happy. And I had no idea what I was doing in the game. I was stupid. I was really, really clueless. The loan system had not long been out, I think. This is just from memory. I could be so wrong here, but the loan system was a thing. I'm pretty sure it was new. And someone came to me and they said, I found a way to duplicate items. You've got a Bandos God Sword. We can make absolute bank off of this, and you don't need to trade me your stuff. Like, you don't need to trade me it. You just need to loan me it, which is safe. Okay, so I was like, okay, why not? If we can do this, I don't even need to trade you my stuff. It's just a loan. I know how a loan system works. I'd used it with friends. I can go and claim it from my bank like now if I wanted to. I can set it to when you log out or when I log out or something like that, and it will always come back to me whenever I want it. That's fine. It's safe. Not a problem. Jagex added this to keep me safe. For God's sake. So they told me that if I loan them my Bandos God Sword, they will trade me their Bandos God Sword. So they're the ones taking all the risk, and then I would be holding their Bandos God Sword. And then what they would do is go to the bank, go and take out my loan somehow, and then they would be able to get me to claim mine back, and we'd have 3 in total. So my stupid brain was like, okay, yeah, that's okay. And so I went into the thing, I put my loan offer up. It was in the loan box. I double checked, triple checked, like 6 times, 7 times checked. I was a safe person. I was very, very, very safe. I was not stupid in the slightest, right? And then I clicked accept. We got to the second screen and we were on a busy world. We were on a very busy world. And back in the day, there was spam bots. There was God knows what else. This guy had picked me out on purpose. The chat was flying past so fast, I did not see him decline the trade. I thought he'd given me it. So when I saw in my inventory the Bandos God Sword and mine was gone, in my head I'm like, hey, he gave me the Bandos God Sword. It's there in my inventory. Mine's been loaned to him because I know I pressed accept, so I know that's gone, and I know that he's given me his, right? I know that if there's one in my inventory now, that means he's given me his. I've got his Bandos God Sword. And he said, right, trade me mine back real quick, and then go and claim yours from your loan box, and we'll have 3, and I'll trade you another one, and we'll keep doing it. So I traded him straight back out of excitement, thinking, yeah, I'll do that. Traded him straight back, ran to check my loan box. It wasn't there. He declined it. So my Bandos God Sword was sat in my inventory still. I traded it back to him, and it was gone. It was a big amount of money for me back then. I spent ages getting money doing that. Like, I think the money making I used to do was like wood cutting. Just wood cutting. I'm pretty sure all I did was chop wood. Magic logs made bank back then, like 1k a log. That was insane. They took ages to cut. They weren't worth doing. It was a scam. It was misleading as frick, but it worked eventually. Got my 20 mil and it backfired. I lost it like literally about a few hours after I had it. Crazy times. But if you guys have any other sort of stuff that you want to share, any crazy times, any big regrets that you have, share them down below. I know it's a bit of a strange video, a different sort of video from the normal community questions. We're sort of just laughing at each other's pain a little bit of copium for ourselves. That's fine. We should enjoy it. But if you enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Thank you, channel members, for your extra support. Really appreciate it. As always, of course, your names are on screen right now. If anyone else is interested, join the channel members. Click the join button by the sub button. But other than that, guys, thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will see you all in the next one. See you later, guys. Bye.